331 Storm Tracker meteorologist Carson Meredith with 31 Triple Dollar.
Carson, we are singing your praises right now because it looks like that wet weather.
Literally.
We didn't have to hit that high of a note.
No.
But I do like the enthusiasm.
Yes.
And that's how a lot of people feel today because the wet weather is out of the way for now.
For now, we can still have a few storms this weekend, just not as many as what we have seen.
Right.
But there's always a trade-off, okay? Rain chances are lower, but it's getting hotter again. There's that. It's still August, remember.
Everything's a trade-off.
Everything's a trade-off. Let's go to 31 Triple Dopplers. We close in on the top of the hour. You see that finally dry picture. You might have been woken up by a few rumbles of thunder last night, especially in Limestone and Madison, Jackson counties, even down in DeKalb County too. No severe storms last night. Just some loud storms and some very bright storms as well with all of that lightning, but all those storms are now into Georgia. And we are looking pretty good rain-wise for your morning commute. But as you look at the SkyCam network, while we do have some clouds that are starting to break up, there's also a little bit of fog in the typical trouble spots, the lower valleys, and the higher elevation. So if you encounter that fog, just tack on an extra 5 minutes on your morning drive. Keep the headlights on too. The roads are still wet in a few spots too, but they'll dry up pretty quickly as that sun breaks through those clouds. And as that sun comes out, it's going to get hotter and more humid. Back to typical August weather today. This weekend, or this evening, I should say, looking ahead to the weekend, mostly clear and pretty mild for any Friday night plans you might have. Here's your forecast highs today. 90 on the dot here in Huntsville, 90 also in Decatur, 91 today in the Shoals. Sand Mountain will stay in the upper 80s, 88 in Scottsboro, 87 in Fort Payne. Also heading for 88 degrees up in Fayetteville, Tennessee. Trash Panda's playing 2 tonight at Toyota Field. Wednesday night's game got washed out, so we're going to make it up today. First pitch for game 1 is at 4:05. You can watch both games today on this TV, channel 31.6. Can never rule out a stray shower in the middle of August. Small 10% chance, but we will get these games in tonight, no problem. Our high temperature, as we mentioned, is 90 here in the city, and we'll be down to the mid-80s by that start for the second game, which will be around 6:30 or 7 o'clock tonight. Here's future radar. By midday, the clouds are totally gone, and so is the rain. Now this evening, forecast models are trying to squeeze out a couple of showers and storms closer to Tupelo, Mississippi. I do not expect those storms to make it to North Alabama. We're going to stay dry for the rest of this evening, but it will be warm, it will be humid. But as we get towards this time tomorrow morning, we may have to watch out for another storm cluster that comes in from Tennessee. Remember, these storm clusters are really hard to forecast with the exact timing and the track of these storms this time of year. But should this storm cluster move through, it's going to bring heavy rain Saturday morning, maybe some gusty winds. The severe weather threat is pretty low. If these storm clusters do move in tomorrow morning, our rain chances tomorrow afternoon are lower. If we do not see any storms tomorrow morning, we'll likely have a few pop-up storms to dodge for any Saturday afternoon plans you might have. The bigger focus now, though, is becoming the heat. 91 Saturday, 93 Sunday. Add in that humidity, could feel as hot as 102 Saturday and 105 Sunday. Could be approaching that heat advisory criteria yet again. But look at that cold front. As we get towards Monday afternoon, Monday night, that front moves through and some drier and slightly less humid air starts to settle in. You see that drier forecast next week. Temperatures drop a smidge into the upper 80s, but all in all, after a stormy start to August, we're going to dry things out for quite some time next week.